So I'm curious, there's many versions of this song, but how did you want to change it? How did you want to mold it to you when you were like, I want to do this?
Well, actually, I was sitting in the studio in Nashville, Tennessee, and with Creative and Dreams Music Network. That's my record label. So I was recording my album, and my producer, he said, maybe we should do Every Breath You Take. And I laughed in his face. And I'm like, no. He's like, well, if we turn it around and make it country, and I think it'll be a great twist, because nobody's done a country version of this song before. So we took it and we did it, and then we changed the perspective of it for the music video as a mother looking over her daughter and her children, or specifically me. My mom's in the music video as well. So she follows me around since I was a child all the way to adulthood, into my music career, following me and watching me grow into the woman and the musician that I am today. So it's following a child through her journey and her career.
Was it at all cathartic's probably not the word, but emotionally, like you let loose because you got to do something that did reflect what you've been able to do your whole life?
It made it a lot easier having my mom there. She made it a lot easier for me to get the words out and make them mean something. Because when I was recording the song, my mom was in the studio with me, and then when we shot the video, we shot it. A lot of the footage was at my home in Mississippi and Meridian, so it made it a lot easier, a lot more laid back, and it was really true. It rung true in my heart. So the video really shows that.
What's it like shooting in our house?
Ooh.
It was actually quite interesting. I wasn't really expecting I shouldn't say I wasn't expecting. It was, as she kind of said, they reached out to me to shoot the video, and so we just sat down one day. It was like, I think the question was, or how do we not make this the creeper song?
Yeah, how do we change it?
And so we literally just sat at a local bookstore one day, and it was kind of me listening to the song again and again and again, as anyone would do when they're trying to figure out the solution to that problem. And I mean, she does a great job changing what you normally hear, like from what it is to a country, her vocals, the music. Like when you hear it, it's nothing compared to the original, except you just know what it's from. Mm-hmm. And so I think at some point we were just shooting ideas back and forth, and I came to the point of, I think I threw it to you, to the idea of, what if we do it to the effect of, instead of someone watching you as the songs become the notes, to someone watching over you. Mm-hmm. And then we kind of just jumped from there, and as Emily said, it went to, how about the growth stages of like her watching me as I grow up, growing older, and it was like, and then she's like, we can do this all in my house.
We can do it in my house.
I was like, okay.
It would make the most sense because it is about me. So we had the small version, we had a young version of me, then a teenage version of me, and then they had me, growing up through there. So it's got all the stages of growing up, and it's all 90% of it's in my house. 90% of it.
And so when we went to her house, like the first thing, just like, here's the kitchen, here's the living room, here's my bedroom. It's like, slow down.
I'm down.
It's like, what is your initial ideas before I start throwing you all of mine?
Yes, I have so many. Gosh.
And it's like, well, we have the little kids. Like, well, you'll have the piano. We'll start with that, and we'll progress, and then we'll see where we go. And as Emily here can attest, there was a lot of one more time. Do it again.
Do it again. Do it again. I would always mess up something. It's like, do it again. Like, come on.
I wanted to get the message across very clear as possible, and to have the right continuity to things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so, when I said do it again, it wasn't anything particular. It's just I wanted the message to hit home visually as much as it did vocally from her side. Musically, is it musicality or musically?
Musically. Yeah,
musically. See, I do video audio, so it works.
I'm the music girl.
And so when we came to there, it was the little one with young Angela at the piano, right?
Yeah, Jody, my cousin Jody.
Yeah, all family. That's about our friends and all that. Mm-hmm. And then we went a little bit older with teenage, and this went to the living room section where they were playing video games. Not video games, board games.
Board games. Yeah, board games. It was
I was trying to modernize.
We're playing
myself.
Sorry. Yeah.
Then to our bedroom with the same kid going to sleep with her tucking her in. I was like, it was just a nice little touch, and then it just goes straight to the whole build-up of, all right, right, here she is growing up. She's off her own. Mom's a little worried watching off to her. But at the same time, you see her come from time to time watching her on the stage perform, sort of there to like say, you're doing great, you don't need me, but I'm there for you.
It's always a presence.
That's it. It's a presence. It goes from I'll always be there to watch over to you to I'm always there when you need me.
Yes.
Emily, I've got to ask, the way you sing the song, the hits you make on different words compared to what we know of the song. Can you talk a bit about finding that change in the song to make it yours? Because you do elevate certain words that obviously are not the way it was originally sung, and I don't know a version that's sung that way.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
I wanted to change it, of course, but whenever I play shows, even when I do my live shows, I never play a song exactly the way that it's recorded. I play it the way that I hear it. So when I listened to that song and I sang it in the studio, and I sang it for the first time, I tried to break out of listening to it for years and knowing how the song's supposed to go and listening to it all through my childhood, and I knew the song back to back, but I wanted to change it a little bit to make it more country. So we had the instrumentation put on, so I was singing to all the tracks, and it was I don't know, the button just the switch went off in my brain, and it made sense, and I sang it through, and it was perfect. I felt it. I closed my eyes and I sang it, and those are the notes that came out of me. I didn't try. It's just what I felt to be the right notes in my heart. So it just came out that way.
What's it mean to you to be able to showcase it here in Mississippi at this festival for people that obviously know you and love you?
I'm thrilled. This is my home state, and I'm proud to be representing Meridian. And the music video came together perfectly. We recorded all of it in Meridian, all the video in Meridian. There was in the Hewlett. We didn't mention the Hewlett.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. So the scene in a lot of the scenes, it's the recurring scene all the way throughout the music video, where I'm sitting in this wide open space with wooden pillars everywhere, and that's on top of the Hewlett Center, one of the top floors. And
It was the top floor.
it was the top floor.
Like the only way you go further up is if you got on the roof.
Yeah, no, it was a summer night. It was probably in the evening sometime we got up there, and there were at least, it felt like 84 stories to climb up. There were stairs. There was no elevator working because it's kind of like it was an old.
Those stairs. It was almost ladders.
It was like this. It was so steep to go up those things. We're hauling all the equipment up there. Thomas is up there. I'm up there. We got Hunter up there. Mom's going up there with me, and we're all hauling stuff up these stairs, and I'm sweating to death. You wouldn't know it by the video because he's fantastic, but I'm just sweating, and so that's the recurring scene all the way through it. And I don't know, you just gotta watch it. I can't wait for y'all to see it. It's a wonderful, wonderful music video. It's put together by a wonderful crew, and I'm very happy to be here. I'm honored to be chosen to be a part of this.
I'm curious, where does this go as far as being able to showcase it? Because I do think it's a showcase piece.
It's me, okay. I mean, when I first was asked to help out with this, my initial thought is I had known Emily for almost a year now, thanks to a previous project I was working on with a local pastor in a local television station. I had gotten a chance to interview Emily, and through that, I'd gotten her help with his local teacher as far as the musical portion of it. So when they approached me, I already knew them going in. I did maybe have a slight kind of aversion to the idea first, mostly because it's been a while since I've done any type of musical style video, and the other thing, to me, when I listen to songs that have been, I guess, redone in the artist, it's usually, to me, I always feel like the original's the best. But when I listened to hers, it was so different that beyond the lyrics themselves, I was like, this is really good. Like, this could be if I'd never heard the original, I would have thought yours was the original. And so, to me, to showcase it was all the little projects I'd done throughout the year. It was one of two, the other being a documentary that I was like, I got to show this to people. And so, you're absolutely right. To me, it is a showcase because for me, I want to showcase what she's able to accomplish while also showcasing what I've been able to accomplish so far in my life. And that's why I chose it as one of the pieces that I wanted people to see, that I wanted to submit to film festivals and such to see if anything, if it could be nominated. Let alone, I wasn't even expecting to win some of the awards that it's gotten so far. So even that to me is just a cherry on top, honestly.
Emily, can you share with us how people can find not only your music, but what's next in line for you guys?
I will shamelessly plug myself all day long. I will. EmilyWhiteMusic.com. You can check it out. Instagram and my Facebook and all my Snapchat and all the socials are on my website, EmilyWhiteMusic.com. My dates, where I'm playing next, so you guys can check those out. They're everywhere. I'm everywhere. All my music is on every single platform you can think of. So Emily White, my album is Child of Mississippi, and it's got Every Breath You Take on that album.
Thank you guys for coming up here.
Of course, thank you.
And I can't wait to see more and more, so thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.